All right, we're on side B of our GRCAM virtual interactive conference. And right now we have Apostle Prince from Nigeria. Okay, you're on the air. Tell us your thoughts about that documentary that you watched. And before you do that, I just need to encourage all of my listeners. Please support us by purchasing my revised book, The Solution for Black America: Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, second edition. It's available in two forms. It's available as an ebook for $9.99. That means you can download it to your smartphone if you got a good quality phone. All I'm asking is that you read my story first so that way you'll know what you're getting yourself involved with. I don't operate like the next black man. I have my own style and way of doing things. So I want people to read my story, and if you agree with my vision and plan to help improve Black America, then donate what you can to our film project. I was able to speak with a representative from GoFundMe. What they explained to me, I had to take off Ethiopia, that country, because they're going through conflict and they want to make sure that funds that we receive for our film project doesn't go towards that. So I changed it for Zambia. So I put Zambia on there, but we're still going to try to do business with Ethiopia, but I want to make sure I have Ethiopians that's here in America, that's African immigrants, to work with us to help build this business. So that way, that's for credibility. With that being said, okay, man of God, go ahead, tell us your views about the documentary, and if you have certain questions you want to ask me, go ahead.
Okay, I want to thank you, my brother Emmanuel. I want to thank you for the documentation putting together. I want to appreciate you so much for your effort and your work. God will keep blessing you in Jesus' name.
Yes.
Well, in that documentary, I saw a lot of genocide being carried out against the blacks. And a lot of things happened that blacks have to lose everything. Black lost their job, their everything entirely. They lost everything, and they have to start from beginning, start all over again, in order to get their ground, get their stand. And Martin Luther the Junior fought for blacks. He really fought for blacks, and I think we need to stand where he stopped. We need to start from where he stopped, in order to get total freedom from genocide and racism. We need to get freedom. Blacks need to get freedom because the blacks are marginalized in the country where they are. So I view that a lot of blacks are putting much effort, but no results coming forth because of disagreement and racism in the land. But all I know that we can build ourselves back, we can stand back, we can fight back and get our place. Yeah, because when I watched the documentary, I saw a lot of things going on in the white man country. I see a lot of things, a lot of, fighting, a lot of imagination, and a lot of things going on.
Sorry, I'm just saying hi to Minister Faria. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Minister, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
No, I'm talking to her. Just unmute yourself so that way you can hear me, when you're ready, okay? No problem. But you're going to have to unmute so I can hear you so you can come on the show, okay? Okay, go ahead, Apostle. Sorry.
So it's okay. Then I saw a lot of things being done to blacks, their houses, their shop, their business being burned down, everything. They demolish everything that concerns blacks in order to suppress, in order to bring them down. But in all, the blacks have to stand. The black to need to fight and unite themselves together to take their place. So by God's grace, I'm believing God that this platform and this movement will help us to restore back the blacks back again. So thank you. That's what I saw.
To you, now you know that was back during the Martin Luther King's time, okay? That he actually came here to Chicago. That's the reason I selected that documentary. I didn't make that documentary. I want people to understand, but that's the whole purpose that we're trying to raise funds for my film project. So that way, it's going to benefit us, GRCAM members. I want people. All you have to do is buy my revised book, and you're going to automatically become an ally. But in order for you to become a GRCAM member, um, I have to meet you and we have to meet each other, and we're not just going to be on here hiding behind a computer. This is
Yeah,
what this is a different type of move. I would say a new type of black movement that's taking place. But the difference is that we have Jesus involved in this. Jesus slash
yeah,
Yahshua. We're
yes,
not going
that's
to be
true.
sitting up here marching and protesting and all that kind of stuff over here. We want to, first of all, separate ourselves from con artists. That's how come I use this symbol about, we want to raise the bar. I want to make
Yeah,
sure I don't have any con artists at all in this business. Those that just want to, I would just say, just be around us, trying to cause chaos. We ain't gonna have that. We're gonna screen people. So that's what this book is about, my revised book. And again, you can find my revised book in the comment section below this video podcast. It's gonna
okay,
I'm gonna have all my links. And again, you can just go through that. I want people to go through that. And again, I host this type of video, this type of virtual interactive conference once a month. I try to come up with different topics because I want to interact with people that's on my friends list. And
okay.
I want people to understand that this is real. This is not a game. Man of God, when
It's
you're
okay.
able, please purchase my revised book and read my story for yourself. I recommend you would just get the ebook. And then, for you to come on here and ask me specific questions, but that's going to help.
It's okay.
That's all I want you to do for me on that end. I know that Native Africans, you all are struggling. You're living from hand to mouth because, of the situation, with some of your leaders. Some of your leaders are compromised, just like ours over here. Our black
Yeah,
politicians are in the pockets of the white supremacist financial elites. That means that they don't care about the, the, the African American community. They don't care about them.
yeah.
That's why God has called me, Jesus slash Joshua has called me to, connect with
Other people,
the
yeah,
community. We're gonna make our presence known in the community, not for me to be on here, hide behind a computer, being stagnant. Because I've been pushing my vision and plan, man of God, for the past 33 years, and I'm paying out of pocket for my business title since 2010. That's not
wow,
right, and that's not fair, and that's not cool at all. But again, this is my credibility. There's no scam here. Anybody that think that this is a scam, I'm gonna say up front, delete me off your friends list, and don't come to no events with my name on it, and stand on that. Don't change your mind once I start making money and we're starting to make improvements in the in our communities. Don't change your mind, want to be a part of us then. But here on out, I'm just doing the best that I can to try and raise capital to that 250,000 for this film project, so that way um we can broadcast and reach the black masses, so that the proceeds from that film, that's going to put me in a better position financially so I can do all this stuff that I've been talking about for the longest. But again, I want to make sure that everybody that's going to be a GRCAM member is going to benefit. So,
Amen.
man of God, if you don't mind, I just want to make sure that we all on the same page, that you understand that this is when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he actually came here to Chicago to expose, about the I would say housing discrimination that Black Americans was
Yeah,
going through.
yes, that's
And
true.
so what happened was it started on the west side of Chicago. That's where I'm from. And so all those places that was burnt down and all that stuff, the damage that took place, it was Black Americans that did that, unfortunately. Also, it happened in certain parts of the south side of Chicago, but as I stated, in my first presentation, that the street gangs, they tried to encourage the community not to burn down their business, burn down the Black businesses. But on the west side, they just, it was just devastated. And so that's where we want to build the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago over there first. We're going to cover Austin, Garfield Park, and North Lawndale. Make our presence known over there. And then we're going to expand to the south side of Chicago. But man of God, I just want you to understand, I do want African immigrants that's here in the United States of America to work with us. Again, I have little to no support for what I'm trying to do here. This is why I created this platform, because I refuse to be ignored. I want to be heard loud and clear to those that's going to listen. And again, I want to mention that the African immigrants within the United States of America from the following African countries: South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. I need you all to step up, help work with me. All I want you to do first is read my story. Purchase my revised book, read it for yourself. And if you believe you got the qualifications that I'm looking for to help make this to be a successful and an effective Christian business, then make yourself known to me. Don't wait until I am dead. Work with me while I am alive. And that's real. I noticed that Minister, I believe it's pronounced Farida. So if you come up, I want you to be able to have your input too. All you got to do is unmute yourself so that way you can come on the show. We want to hear from you, all right? Um, Apostle, do you have anything else to say? I mean, you can keep going. I don't want to hold you up too long. I know you might have other things to do, but oh wait, just a moment. Minister, hello. Fix your unmute yourself so that way we can hear you. Oh boy. Okay, Apostle. So Prince, do you have anything else you would like to say?
So what I'm trying to, because I have started telling people about the platform and the movement.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have not going to respond. So should I gather people together about it, or I don't know, just throw like more light to me? How do I get more people into it? Do I have people and talk to them about it, or do I link them up in the platform? I don't know.
Question. Well, man of God, first, the best way, get the book first, please.
I'm
Very
sorry,
important.
my
Okay.
network
And
is so bad. I've been
I,
struggling with it for a while.
Oh, praise the Lord. Or all right. Just a moment, Apostle. Did you get a chance to watch that documentary? Minister Farada? Hello? Oh, she's frozen again. Can you hear me? Turn Unmute yourself so you can hear me. So Apostle Prince, so what I'm trying to say is read my story for yourself first, man of God. And then, just pray over it so that way the Lord would lead you to go about however way he does it to tell you how to, bring more people in. But the main thing is I need African immigrants that's already here in America to come forth because unfortunately I'm coming up against a 400-year mentality. That slave mentality is 400 years that the white supremacist financial elites imposed on our people. The same thing with the African immigrants. We have to heal. They have to heal too from that the colonized mindset, which was imposed on them by the white supremacist financial elites over there on the African continent. So both of us, Black Americans and African immigrants, we have to heal first from this thing. This is why we're in this condition that we in. This is why all these other groups call us the N word because we're off code. In my revised book, I write all the principles in there is the code for GRCAM members. So that way we got to learn how to get along with each other, trust each other.
Yeah. And
And I want this to be on business. This is on business, not fooling or playing games and stuff. So
I know,
yeah.
but I will get the book by God grace. I'll get the book through Amazon. I want to get the book. So let me get the book first.
Yeah, and
Then
read
I'll
it.
go
That's
through
all
it.
I want you to do too, man of God. Yes, I do want to stress that. I don't want people to sit up here and just buy the book and say, oh, I got the book. That's fine. Read the book. Ask me
Okay.
questions. Come on here. So, because this is the foundation of my Christian business right here.
Okay.
And the next thing we're gonna do is, for the film. I'm grateful that again I was able to get GoFundMe straightened out. I spoke with a representative. I took Ethiopia out of the 10 African nations and I replaced it with Zambia. And so we're fine. So yes, so we're trying. I'm trying to push the book, even though yes, I do have a virtual store where people can donate or I mean purchase items from there, and all of that, the book, my virtual store, all that money that I'm gonna earn from that, that's going toward the film project. But anyhow, the film project is the most important thing because I want to make sure that we create a quality film. I'm going to direct that film, but I am going to make sure that I hire, a qualified, legitimate production company. I'm going to reach out to a Black production company, and if they're not willing to work with me, based on our 250,000, then I'm gonna reach out to an African production company. Make sure I'm gonna see if they're gonna be willing to work with us based on our budget. If not, then I'll reach out to I would say just a regular production company. Either way it goes, I am determined to make a quality film, and I am determined to get this film project fully funded and made so that way we can move GRCAM from behind a computer.
Okay,
Um,
sir.
Minister Farida, hello? Is your is your phone working? Man. So we still got some time. I mean, on here is it's only going to give me 40 minutes. So is there any other things that you would like to say?
Not much now, but just as you said, I will, when I get the book, then I can answer the question. But after getting the book, I'll start go through it. Then whatever else I need to say, I can say for now. So, but what I'm trying to say is that my God will strengthen you, that God will give you support that you needed. This vision have come to be, and it will last, and it will stay. It will not be aborted. Because, for instance, in Nigeria here, the eastern part of Nigeria is in bondage, and because of the colonial master, the way they play the game, so Nigeria is backward to compare to other places in the world. So the vision you have, I believe it will liberate Africa, to liberate Nigeria. So all I know that God is going to help you.
Praise the Lord. And thank you for sharing that with me. And again, this don't feel bad. It's not just Nigeria, it's across the African continent. But
Yes,
again,
yes,
I am going to stress this. I am so proud of our brothers from Mali,
yeah,
Burkina Faso, and Niger for stepping up. And it took them 39 years, but they finally was able to kick out the French.
that's true.
And I'm grateful. And I wish more African nations would do the same. And also, in addition, not only them, but I hear that Chad, um, um, Senegal, and I believe Ivory
Libya
Coast, they
also.
also join and kick out the French too as well. Because it's time. It's time that we take back our continent.
Yes,
We didn't ask
yes,
Europe. The main thing, we did not ask these Europeans to come to our continent. Ever since they stepped foot on our shores, Africa's been going through hell ever since. That's not right. I'm not advocating racism and all that stuff, hatred and all that. That's just that's historical facts. Now, as a I would say as a descendant of American slaves, that's the badge that I wear proudly. That's what I am. That's my lineage. But um, I want to make sure before I leave the United States of America to bring over my Christian business, I want to make sure we get it popping here in America first for credibility. Also, I hear, man of God, and you can you can talk on this while we still have some time. Um, we have about 10 minutes left. But anyhow, I do want to stress this that some of my friends and I would say acquaintances that's I would say that's they're expats from America. They live, on the African continent. They have explained to me that a majority of businesses um, on the African continent is owned by I'm gonna say Asians, um, East Indians, Arabs, and Europeans. And so that's not right. So I want to make sure that this business is going to be owned by us, Black
that's good.
Americans and Africans.
Yeah, it's
And
a good
those
one.
that set up here, man of God, just please be praying for me because I don't want to sit up here and sound like, you know, I'm very angry and stuff. I am very disappointed in my racial group, but again, I know again that this is spiritual warfare. Um, but I don't the people that rejected me, all I'm just saying, because it's been 33 years, and I want to make sure none of my members have to endure such foolishness that I went through. So this why it's important that we work together. And once I'm able to bring um, Kai of Chicago to Africa. First, we're going to South Africa, man of God. All right.
Okay.
That's where the Lord
Yeah.
is leading me because they have a more, our history is more similar because of, they went through apartheid
Yeah.
and we went through Jim Crow. It's the same thing, it's just a different name.
That's
And so
true.
Jesus slash Joshua is calling me to go there first. I'm going to prove to you and other Native Africans that I mean business because I'm going to apply for dual citizenship. I'm also going to
Yeah.
bring GRCAM of Chicago there and set up the business so it could be called GRCAM of South Africa. So I can have my foot on the soil and also so I can hire people. Yeah, I might not be able to hire everybody, but we're gonna hire as many black Africans in South Africa as possible. That's our goal.
It's a good one. It's a good
And
one.
when I come to Nigeria, I'm gonna try to hurry up and say what I have to say before we get cut off. I want I want me and you to have a partnership.
It's okay. I'm willing.
Yes. Yes, and I want you to help me run the Christian business in Nigeria. I have other I must say Nigerians too that I'm interested in working with us. And I'm gonna say his name. His name is uh yeah, Bishop Alex. Because he was supposed to come on, and sometimes he have problems, because of the internet, and you know, it is what it is. But that's okay. I thank God for him. He's been on my show in the past. So I want him to work with us. But again, I want to work with Native Africans. But we got to first get it popping here in America first for credibility. Because I don't want people to think that this is a scam.
I
Not
do.
far from that. Because again, we want to raise the bar up in this business. Any con artists that I find out about, we're going to have protocol in place to deal with those such persons, to weed them out. Um,
It's okay.
um, I'm trying to think of what else. Again, I'm grateful again for all of the supporters, but we have to step up. We have to do better than this because, like I said on my first presentation, um, Black women here in America voted for Kamala Harris, 92% of them. And man of God, I got to share this with you too. And I back up what I say. I want you to look it up too when you go through the replay on my first virtual interactive conference when I was speaking, the audio part of it. Um, Black women was able to raise $1 million within 3 hours from a Zoom call, according to
Wow.
Ford magazine. $1 million.
Wow. That's serious.
Yes, that's serious.
Wow.
But over here, I'm just saying my first before they kicked me off of Facebook, you know, last year back in October, I have 2,000 people on my friends list, and out of 2,000 people, only one person, which was a sister, a black woman, black American. She was on one person out of 2,000 people that donated to the film project. So this is what I'm talking about, man of God. So I want people to read my story first. Help me get this revised book on this bestsellers list so that way the black world can take us serious. We're different than Pan Africanism. Pan Africanism was fine, it was great ideas. But over here, I don't just have ideas. I want my members to work with me to turn my ideas into a reality. And again, through the help of Jesus slash Joshua.
It's gonna work out.
Yes, because I
It's gonna
want this
work out.
business to be passed down. And again, I don't want to be bogged down with American issues. I got 3 minutes left. If you don't mind, man of God, I gotta just go ahead and share my point of views. Just bear with me, please.
It's
Um,
okay.
yes. Um, So again, I don't want to get bogged down with American issues. I want to get this business popping here, and I want to make sure that I have qualified people first. I know I keep jumping around, but first for this book to get on that bestsellers list, so for people to understand what this is all about. I know, man of God, every time I start talking about my book, people want to change the subject. They don't. It's just like, this is coming against that mentality, but this is what we have to learn. So once we, people, read my story and stuff, then they're gonna be better at understanding what this is all about. But once we get the film project fully funded and made, the proceeds, once that start coming in, that's going to put me in a better position financially where I can purchase property here in the city of Chicago, buy office equipment, and it's going to be on the west side of Chicago, according like that documentary that you saw called the burning of the west side. That's where I want to for us to build the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago there, right? So once we get that built up, then we want to make sure we have a good relationship with the community, because after all, we want to become an economic base for the community to help bring in resources, and also economic base in the African immigrant community here in Chicago. We want to serve both groups to unite them. We want to make sure that in this business that they're going to be law-abiding citizens. That's all. We're going to even reach out to, I say, street people, which is, I would say, that's going to be through our Second Chance program. We will also reach out to the street people, I would say former gang members, homeless individuals within the community, and ex-offenders of non-violent crimes. We want to reach out to them, give them an opportunity, because they also part of the community, but as long as they turn their life around and willing to be part of the solution, they can be a part of us, and we want to replicate the business on the south side. And then man of God, before I come to Africa, I want to make sure I can sustain myself in Africa,
Yeah.
Okay, we're down to 39 minutes. So, yes. So I want to make sure that when I come to Africa again, I want to go to South Africa, apply for dual citizenship. We're going to shoot our second film. Our second film is called African Liberator, Battle Against the Colonized Mindset. But our first film project is called Hood Liberator, Made in Chicago. The War Against Willie Lynch Begins. And that's based on my experience growing up here in the city of Chicago and all the struggles I went through when I used to do street ministry. And I give credit to one of the homeless brothers that gave me that title at that time. I brushed it off. I was like, no, that's not my name. My name is Emmanuel Barbee. But he was saying, you are Hood Liberator. So now I wear that as a positive badge.